Hey guys, this is my first time using my new camera. If it's a little foggy, um, I did buy it a waterproof case. The case that it's in right now is entirely waterproof, so that might be why. I hope that my voice isn't muffled because I'm going to be using this to record the spirit box, and the case, like, it's a little bit thick, it's a little bulky. I hope that you can still hear the voices come through on the spirit box. I also bought this. It's pretty cute, because I'm always having a hard time trying to figure out where the heck to put the camera while I'm doing these rituals. And you put it in here and it holds it for you. It's cute. So anyway, the waterproof case is a good idea because I'm using the oil diffuser and there's that fine mist in the air. We're trying to protect this phone. I have my altar all set up here for a ritual tonight. This is blood paint. There was a little bit of a learning curve with that. I ended up painting with like an unsharpened pencil, and that was not very conducive. It wasted a lot of the paint. I would get like around the tip. I have to figure out a better instrument for this paint. But in any case, this is painted with the blood paint. I still have the vials here. It's an equal ratio of like an entire vial of paint and an entire vial of blood. Again, I wonder, here, let me see what the flash is like when I have this case on. Yeah, like it looks a little bit like foggy, but it's just because I have it in this waterproof case. But yeah, this mixture is an entire vial of blood, like a whole thing full of it of blood, and then a whole thing full of paint, and then they're mixed together. And then I ultimately have 2 vials of it since I did that. And you can see it's kind of cool. So we will be using one of those specialty novena candles that I got for my birthday. One of these tonight. So I spoke to the guy who runs the novena business, the one who had this candle made, because several people, himself included, pointed out to me that the girl on the candle looks like me. So I finally caved and I asked the guy, like, well, what did you tell the artist to draw? Like, why does it look like me? Because in my mind, like, that's super flattering. If like an artist were to like envision Don Talion or do a divination or whatever, connect with that spirit and create artwork, and somehow my face came up, that's amazing. But I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself, so I asked the guy, like, why does it look like me? Like, what was the picture supposed to be of? What did you tell him to draw? And he explained to me that some of the faces on this candle are of real people. And he showed me the pictures of those people as well. They're people from his art team. And he said he didn't even know why he chose to put them into this candle, because he didn't do anything like that for any of the other demons. But for Don Talion, for some reason, he felt compelled to put some of his team into the candle. But the picture of this girl is not a member of his team. There are a couple of characters on this candle that are not a part of his team, that the artist himself really did just like have pop up into his head, and he incorporated additional faces. And the one that everyone says looks like me is one such face. So that makes it even better. Like, that's, oh, I like how crystal clear, like, I mean, minus like the little bit of haze, which I keep telling you guys is from the waterproof case. This is like a brand new phone, who dis? It looks nice, right? So we have a wild honeysuckle candle burning. Honeysuckle is his plant correspondent. It's actually in this bowl here. We have dried dandelions. There's a lot of incense ash in there, actually. There's a lot of soot. That's what that color is. It's really difficult to keep this altar clean, I'm not going to lie. But we have dried dandelions. Dandelions are a correspondent of Jupiter, which rules over Pisces. Also, a lot of people associate the dandelion with Don Talion. He has a lot of alternate names, such as Dandelion. And they bloom the most in March, and he's a springtime deity. In this copper burning bowl as well, and copper is the metal of Goetic Dukes, we have this hair in it. There's both hair from myself and from my boyfriend. I have a whole freaking, I just cut my hair. I have a lot of hair right now. There's hair, my own hair is in here, my fiance's hair is in here. There's both like seeded dandelions as well as like the regular dandelion flowers, but they've gone to seed over time. Like, as you can see, they've kind of exploded. And then there's also honeysuckle leaves and things in here at the bottom, because honeysuckle is his plant correspondent, and they just kind of sit on his altar. Incense wise, we are going to be burning honeysuckle incense. We are also burning precious jasmine because it is a lunar correspondent. We are burning precious rose because it's Venusian, and he is a he's a Goetic Duke, which means he's associated with Venus. And that's why we're burning sandalwood, which is traditional because it's been into an and I'm burning precious Shannon, which is like an Indian form of sandalwood, also Venezuelan. And I haven't lit it yet, but I'm gonna light. I always use this lemon candle because I love lemons, and I think it's good to incorporate yourself into the ritual. But lemons are also good for like clarity, and like oranges are for communication, and of course, so citrus is good for communication and clarity, and we want to communicate with the deity. So this is the setup here. Oh, I mean, all the candles are engraved as usual. We got 2 green and 1 black. They've also been anointed with sandalwood essential oil. So like, I would just put it on the bottoms. I use a wood burner to engrave my candles. And I'm going to spray the space with honeysuckle and rose fragrances. And then I'm going to put some of this perfume mixture inside the oil diffuser. I made this perfume myself for Dantoyen by boiling jasmine blossoms, rose petals, and honeysuckle and water, and then straining the water and then adding a little bit of alcohol to it so it's a perfume. And then I've been putting it in the oil diffuser. And I swear it smells like it's amazing. It like really lingers in the room too. I'm assuming because of the alcohol aspect. So I guess I have to get started. I really don't want the sun to come up and like mess up my moon water.